What is up, everybody? It's your favorite former U.S. men's national team player, Jimmy Conrad. And before I played in a World Cup for my country, or dominated fools with a version of myself in the FIFA video games, or saw my face on a Frosted Flakes box, or got a clean tackle on Leo Messi in the Copa America, I was just like you. I loved to play, and I knew that I wanted to continue to play after high school was over, but I didn't know how to make that happen. And in hindsight, and if being completely honest with myself, I think I was afraid to try and really put myself out there because I didn't want to be told that I wasn't good enough. So I ended up relying on others to do that work for me. I played in a high school all-star game, and the coach for my team, who I just met that day, was so impressed with my performance, he recommended me to UCLA, which was my dream school. I mean, I used to go watch them play regularly when I was growing up, and I'd always wondered what it would be like to play for a school that had produced so many great players. So this coach called them up on my behalf, which then led to me talking to the assistant coach of UCLA on the phone. I remember thinking to myself, is this real life? Am I really talking to a coach from UCLA on the phone right now? I was buzzing. And he told me that if I got accepted into the university, that I could try out for the team. And I was like, that's a great first step, right? Well, then about 2 or 3 months later, a letter showed up to my house. It said UCLA on the corner. It said my name underneath that little plastic thing. And this is the letter that I had been waiting for. And I was like, this is it. Pack the bags, baby. We are ready to go. The dream is about to start. So I opened it up, and it said that I did not get accepted. And I was devastated for 2 reasons. One, because it felt like the dream was over. It was done, finished. I was washed up before I had even gotten started. It was very dramatic back then. And 2, because I had put all of my eggs in this basket and I didn't have a plan B. I'd wasted months of time dreaming instead of being ready for anything. Also, the underlying message here is don't sleep on your schoolwork. Had I not pretended to be too cool to do my studying and had focused on being awesome at all things instead of focusing on playing only, I could have tried out for my dream school. The only place that I ever wanted to go. And that was a bitter pill for me to swallow because I knew deep inside that if I was gonna be good at anything, sports, school, etc., it was up to me and no one else. So it was a big moment in me learning how much I let myself down and how I never wanted to feel that way again. So after relying on someone else for help, I settled for San Diego State and the free books they were offering up, if only to be able to tell my buddies that I got a partial scholarship to a D1 school because I definitely wanted to look super cool in their eyes. But after 2 years, it was clear that it was not going to work out and I wanted to leave, which as a person who's always looking for the positive in every situation, I found it because I quickly realized that I was gonna get a second chance at the getting recruited game, and this time around, I wasn't gonna rely on anybody else to make it happen for me. But I had no idea what to do, which in many ways, I'm jealous because it would have been a lot easier with today's recruiting technology, but more on that later. So I started calling Division I coaches all around Southern California because I wanted to be close to home because I'm a bit of a mama's boy. So Fresno State, Cal State Fullerton, UC Irvine, Cal State Northridge, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, UC Santa Barbara, and of course my dream school, UCLA. And after a month, I had spoken to all of them, including Ziggy Schmid, then head coach for UCLA, and he said he was waiting to find out whether some recruits were gonna sign for him before possibly considering me, which led to a few things happening. One, I sent him a tape of me playing against UCLA, which was of my San Diego State losing 4-0, and I'm not so sure why I thought that was a good idea because we got smoked. And 2, I walked into his office uninvited. And yes, I still can't believe that I did that because it could be considered disrespectful to surprise him like that, but I really wanted him to see my size and to meet me in person, so I felt like it was worth the risk. I mean, what did I have to lose? But I was so nervous. It was the only school that I ever wanted to play for, and it felt like I was on the verge of possibly getting in. So to be that close, only to be told that I wasn't wanted again, would have absolutely crushed me. Anyway, I walked in and I waited, and I waited, and I waited some more, and with each passing minute, I felt more and more out of place and not good enough. But then he finally came back in, so I took a deep breath, and I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Jimmy Conrad. He went on to offer no guarantees, said the tape of the game that I sent him was shot from so high up like a bird's eye view that he couldn't tell which player I was, which was probably for the best because we got smoked. I reiterate, we got smoked. And then he said, I'll be in touch. The dreaded I'll be in touch. So I definitely didn't leave encouraged, but I wasn't discouraged either. Unfortunately, in the following months, I never heard back. But this time around, I was a little bit better at being ready for anything, so I accepted my fate of a dream never realized and prepared myself to go to Cal State Northridge. But then, in the days immediately after I accept an offer from somewhere else, my phone rings and it's Ziggy. And he tells me that he can get me into school because thankfully I had good grades at San Diego State. So see, good grades do matter. But he couldn't promise me a spot on the team or any scholarship money, only acceptance to the school and a 1-week tryout. So after having a heartfelt conversation with Northridge about following my dream, which they respected, I left a full scholarship and an automatic starting spot for a solid Division I school on the table to go to UCLA with no guarantees. But it was UCLA! I had to do it! It was my dream school! And thankfully I had a very supportive and incredible family that helped me figure out the financial side of things, so I called Ziggy back and I accepted his offer. So I made the team after a week, as I do, becoming only the second walk-on in school history to start the first game of the season. The other guy was Kobe Jones at the time, you might have heard of him before. And then I played off and on for the next 2 years before the guy starting in front of me tore his knee 5 minutes into the first round of the NCAA playoffs, and I started and played from that point on, and I won the national championship with my dream school. It was incredible, and it was all due to the support of my loved ones, which includes my club coach and my teammates and my friends who always believed in me, which helped me believe in myself. In fact, I truly believe that the biggest secret to my success was not my physical or technical or tactical ability, but my persistence. And because of this, and because I've lived it, I know that persistence is something that you all have control over, which means I believe in you. I believe that you too can achieve your dreams by getting into your dream school, which is why I want to give you the tools to make that happen. So, drumroll please. I am sincerely excited to announce that I will be giving away 3 Sports Recruits platform memberships, which have a value of $599 each to a few lucky subscribers, because with a tool like Sports Recruits at your disposal, it'll give you access to every college coach in the country, which means you can virtually walk into their office uninvited anytime you want. And the way to win is to send a video to me and Sports Recruits at jordan@sportsrecruits.com. That's right, JORDAN at sportsrecruits.com, talking about your dream school and what you imagine it would be like to go there, because I know firsthand how important visualization is to accomplishing your goals. Good luck.